Hi, welcome to Jade Kind Gaming. My name is Adam, here with the 66th session of the Underland Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition campaign. We have Austin as Erich, we have Ryan as Henwick, Bob as Kalidan, Nick as Jimmy. Last time, y'all went to Cabrick's Nem and talked to various folks. Then you went to the Manor Town, bought some bombs.
And tried to persuade the guards, but they weren't interested.
Then you went to the Lady in the Lake's pond, where there is a void in the bottom of the lake. You ended the day on the shore in the mansion.
Yep, we're in the mansion because we all got to go to bed.
And you have a dream. You're outside of the trees, flying, circling around. That's the town that you grew up in. But something is tearing apart the buildings, ripping them towards the center. The tree line along the outside starts being pulled in. Eventually, enough is cleared. You see this black hole in the middle, just sucking everything around it towards it, and it disappears. And things, the trees, and a large dragon pulled out, sucked into it, disappearing before you start feeling its pull on you. And it's pulling you, it's grabbing you out of the sky. And you're falling, and you're flying towards it, and you can't stop. You try, and you can't stop, and then nothing.
I'm going to say probably not important, just black hole dream, because, you know, black hole at the bottom of the thing. Which does remind me, that was a place we never did check to get more people to fight our war. Our level 1 town.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no. We technically know those people.
I'm just saying, if we wind up back there, my character's not leaving. You'll go grab Uncle Argyle and get him back up there, and then he's like, and I'm done. You guys have a nice war.
We wait for you to fall asleep and put a gate under your bed. Just drop you and the whole thing down. No. You're going to war.
He'd do it too.
Whether you like it or not.
He's got wish.
Can't do gate. Gate's a night spell.
You couldn't do that.
But he could just have gate.
Yeah, you could take it eventually. I think so. I don't think sorcerers are denied gate.
Nope. They're not. It's one of my options.
Yeah.
I didn't take it because it costs money. Same reason, like, sequester is hilarious, but it costs, like, a ton of money to use.
The thing about gate is it's a one-time cost because the material components are usable. It doesn't consume it when you cast a spell.
There you go.
Anyways, morning.
So, I guess we go scout now, or shouldn't you sending your other guy?
I'm kind of doing some head calculations to how long it's going to take him to reach there, and we still have some time before he's even going to be able to show up in the area, but I'm going to communicate with him eventually so we can coordinate the scouting effort.
Yeah.
When we get to that point, Erich, I would like your assistance in order to keep the scout safe.
What do you mean?
I'll need to make use of your wish so you can create a simulacrum of me so I can send it to him so we can create a mind blank on him.
What?
And you make a copy of me, the copy of me teleports to him, the copy of me casts mind blank on him, and then the aberrations won't be able to sense his thoughts.
Don't you need to know where he is to teleport to him?
Yeah. And we will, because I'll use telepathy on him so I can talk to him.
Enjoy playing a high-level caster while this campaign remains.
And I'm just saying, I got to once again learn how to blacksmith, and he gets to do that.
You're a dragon.
Yeah.
That's true. We could make a simulacrum of the dragon.
Yeah, we could.
Just
But
dragging him
that's not
around.
what I was planning for the scouting thing.
I don't know. Couldn't you just, simulacrum 2 dragon bobs a day? Well,
Nope.
Well,
2 different people casting it, so.
Yeah, me and Erich could.
Yeah, and just send dragon bobs in to fight a war of attrition?
It's like we could keep throwing. They're weaker than regular because they only got what is it, like half or quarter HP or something.
I think
Okay.
it's half.
Yeah, so they've got reduced health stat, so it's
They
not,
only have 106 health.
so it's not the most effective thing.
Okay, it would be far better with, actually simulacrum you and just sending a bunch of yous in with, wish and all your spells of, you don't care that you're low level, have low health, you're just in there to be nukes.
The whole thing with the scouting is that if I have our invisible stalker version of me who's been transmogrified so you can't actually see him without detect invisibility, and then I throw mind blank onto him, he can't be detected by his thoughts, and he can't be detected by by seeing invisibility because he's immune to divination spells. So that's the way we deal with the fact that we have a scout that needs to not be found. But anyway, so we wake up in the morning, and okay.
But if we don't have anything more to do on the outside, couldn't we,
We can
progress this timetable by teleports?
Huh?
Or do you just no, he's already walked that far, let him finish walking?
Yeah. No, let's go ahead and.
Also, I'm from now on always going to think of simulacrum as having ditto eyes.
Obviously.
I thought it was just that one Ditto that had a terrible problem with it.
Yeah. Well,
yes, originally, and then they decided they liked it and they just kept doing it.
Yeah,
But that was the original story. Yeah,
That's
yeah.
Alright.
In fact, the whole issue with the story was that one had problems with it, and that it shouldn't have. But then they moved on, and all the rest of them apparently have problems with it too.
well, that's what you
They
get for
probably got
playing
vaccinated.
God and trying to create a mutagenic transformer.
I'm just saying 151 was the best.
Gen 1.
I like Gen 2 better.
Oh, that's fine, you're wrong.
Particularly because you had Gen 2, and then you had that quest, and then you also had Gen 1's world as well.
Oh, no, you're just wrong.
No, not.
Yeah. But, I mean, obviously, you're an infidel.
Also, wasn't Gen 2 for Alligator, which is like the best?
Who?
For Alligator?
Sorry, that's not 151. Must not exist.
15, 14, 15.
I'm guessing you're over there calculating and planning on doing something, right? As we're talking about Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just making sure we weren't. I feel like earlier in the game, you guys regularly had to kill time waiting on me. I think it's funny that I'm finally at the point where I'm having to kill time waiting on my flayer.
Don't worry, it'll swing back soon.
The greatest thing is, didn't he have diagrams
Yes.
before we even started?
Yes, he was drawing diagrams. It made me
I'm
nervous.
preparing spells, that's different. So, Erich, could you simulacrum me?
oh now.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. So, now we've got a simulacrum with me with the spells that I currently
I'm
have.
pretty sure I can.
You have Wish.
Yeah, you just cast Wish and then that's simulacrum.
It's like it's not any spell on your list, it's just any evil spell or below. Can't you cast cleric stuff too?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Simulacrum is 7th level.
I have to touch you.
Oh, can't cast it
no,
then.
No, you don't. You have to use Wish's components, so it's verbal. And,
Well, the range is touch.
Yeah, but this is Wish. It
Yeah.
doesn't care.
yeah, Wish's range is self.
Yeah. And then once you cast the spell, and in order to use it to cast Simulacrum, you have to touch.
Yeah. So I touch you as an
Okay.
action.
Which, I don't see how that's stopping him from doing it.
Yeah. So, use verbal component, cast Wish, Simulacrum, and then poof, we got a new Henwick. Okay. So
I can't change the way it looks at all. It is an exact copy.
Except for the ditto eyes.
I was going to give him
Oh
a
my
fancy
god,
mustache.
you are... Well, do you realize... Did you read what simulacrum, how they act?
yeah, they're friendly to Erich, and we'll listen to his commands.
They're friendly to you and creatures you designate. Probably not you. It obeys your spoken commands, moving and acting in accordance with your wishes, and acting on your turn of combat. You're Erich. What are your wishes for how Skillwood would act?
Well, I mean, I'm just going to tell him to do whatever he wants. Now, how he does that, how he proceeds towards that goal.
Because it's your wish. It's like there just has to be an adventure-minded twist on any...
That's why you get the one that's just there for mind blank and can go adventure after that, while his is the sneaky one, getting the job done.
It's like, I need you to cast Simulacrum again. No can do. Why? The other one's on an adventure.
Yeah, the other one's easy.
Well, we're gonna keep this one here for now. So I take a short rest, and while the simulacrum's got Mind Blank prepared, I'm going to be preparing Demiplane today.
Because you can redo it over a short rest with...
Yep.
Yeah.
Using my flash recall ability. Then I go ahead and cast Demiplane and open up a new one. And go ahead and...
No heartbeat at this point, in case that wasn't clear.
Make it
No.
cherry wood.
Yeah, they're gone.
So
Yeah. Now that the angel is gone, there is no longer the heartbeat permeating your demi-planes.
okay, and everybody go ahead and pile in to the Demiplane.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why?
Trust fall!
It is a nice cherrywood finish, though.
Yeah.
Why?
Just so we're contained.
For...
In order to prevent anything from escaping, we're going into the Demiplane.
Trust fall! I love that he doesn't explain even when you ask. I wouldn't trust it. For...
Okay, the plan here now is we're going to be killing the vampire.
Oh, that's fine then. I hop in.
Yeah. So
Why are we killing her?
so we can free all the people who are under her thrall.
It was just like her.
No, she had a whole thing full of people.
That and I need to maintain the rules of hospitalities. The gods demand it.
Also, she was a jerk and killed you. We're going to return the favor.
I object. I didn't actually die.
You
did
totally died.
twice. You not only died, you died twice.
I don't think that's how that happened.
Just because you
it's
kept...
not whether or not whatever you maintain the death afterwards. It's the fact that she broke the rules.
I don't feel transgressed against.
No, I left all of it here. I have them all.
What?
I still have all of the pieces for things that were at that location. Neatly organized. I was like, did I ever put those away? Nope.
It has nothing to do with you
Disagree.
personally.
That was put away perfectly.
Well, we should at least try diplomacy first.
You will be given an opportunity, I suppose.
Allegedly.
To talk her into committing suicide? Or how would...
What's
in
your
what
where
diplomacy would her transgressions be forgiven? In your mind?
I don't know. We can ask Palor whether or not the undead vampire can be forgiven for her transgressions against mortals.
Commune's a spell.
Yeah. But, so, we're in the Demiplane now.
We could take her and have the demons eat her and turn her into a demon.
So we can go
And
ahead
another counterpoint is, she was very nice.
No, she wouldn't.
She was lying and manipulative to get you alone to murder you. And
I
turn her into a
remember
fool.
that, and I'm pretty sure she was super nice.
You had to hide as a moth for hours.
Manipulative and
never
nice
told you
are
that.
very similar. She was being nice to get an effect she wanted out of you.
Well, lots of people do that. No reason to hate them.
There is when they murder you.
Once again, I really don't think I died.
You totally did twice.
If I'm so dead, how am I still here?
Magic.
Magic.
Well, yeah, that's not death then.
It still doesn't change
But
her actions.
just because you survived doesn't mean she didn't push you into a heart's path. To watch you die.
That was on us. The reason that you're alive is on us, and she broke the rules of hospitality, so she must die for it. And she's got people that she's enslaving, so we're just getting rid of somebody who's preventing other people from being free. You can go
Yeah,
and
Are we against slavery now?
Are
We
against
have
slavery?
literally been the entire time.
We freed Clink.
I bought Clink.
Yeah,
And
we,
then freed her.
yeah,
Yeah.
we bought Clink and freed her.
We freed us a lot, accidentally.
And we're fighting a whole war about slavery.
But most importantly, just like she wasn't going to let you go on an adventure, she doesn't let any of her other servants go out on adventures.
I love the idea if they get back and there's like an out on adventure side. The door.
Well, it's just
That
like,
is the one way she
we're just looking at
survives
it like,
the day.
that bitch is devastating like her ass off.
That's some strong donation there. Tech magic, overwhelming divination aura.
It's just surrounding you for some reason.
Okay, basically, we're good until we have the opportunity that we get to long rest again so we can refresh stuff before we actually fight her.
My true objection is I've never actually managed to become a full vampire.
Well, that's not.
I,
You don't
I think
become
that'd
a full.
be pretty cool.
I could handle that if
Yeah.
you really want to be one.
And you don't become a true vampire by going through vampire spawn. I don't think.
You kind of can.
I've been a vampire spawn before, and that's how I always understood it to work.
Yes, but you had no idea. You had just been turned. Then we took you directly away from her.
I mean,
And she also
time-
told you to kill us.
We do owe her an apology for that.
the first time
She
there was
asked you
this
to kill
parade
us.
that was only during the daytime, and
I
you really
don't
wanted to
remember being
go.
told to kill you. I'm pretty sure I would have used more lightning had I been told to do that.
I will grant you that. She did tell you to lead us into the dog area.
Yeah, which we trounced.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was that anything less than her suggesting everyone go on an adventure?
Yeah, just a small one.
No, out back.
It wasn't even very far away.
Anyway, so...
So why are we in the demi-plane?
okay, so...
Apparently there's at least one of them that walked in.
I did.
I'm not going on a demi plane.
Okay, then we can
Come back for you later.
come back for you later if you wanted to do something else.
Well, we're going on an adventure to slay an evil monster.
Well, yeah, I'm going with you. I don't see why I need to be in the hole, though.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking. From in the hole. Why are we in the hole?
The reason for the demi-plane is in case she escapes the place that we're going to put her, then when she exits, she'll be in a demi-plane that she can't escape from.
Wait, are you somehow summoning her to us?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know what's going on either, but we'll see.
Yeah.
That seems rude.
So we're yanking her from where she is, putting her in here, then beating her to death.
Right.
Well, you don't want her in her seat of power.
Yeah.
That's how this is going to go.
How big is it?
Oh, the demi-plane?
Am I allowed to be a dragon here?
It doesn't matter. We're not going to be fighting her in the demi-plane.
Then why do I need to be here?
In case she escapes where we're actually going to be putting her, which is in the mansion.
So we're in a box,
Yes.
and we're going into another box deep, which is what?
You
Magnificent
can't.
mansion?
You can't go into a demi-plane from your mansion and then into the mansion from in the demi-plane.
No, we walked outside the mansion.
You haven't walked outside the mansion yet.
No. We're going to go... Yeah, okay. We've left the first mansion.
Okay. See, that's the because you were demi-planing in the mansion. I'm like, you can't nest within the mansion and cast
no.
mansion to...
He's casting a second iteration of mansion. So there's a mansion in the demi-plane, in the mansion.
That's why I say it wouldn't work.
Yeah, okay, no.
Well, it's not the same mansion.
yeah.
It's a completely different mansion in there.
We leave the first
Okay.
mansion, go into a demi-plane, and then I'm going to be casting a second mansion with a different configuration. It's going to have a different physical configuration than the one that we typically stay in.
Like sunlight?
No, sunlight I don't think I could produce.
That's too bad.
But the thing that I can produce is water. So
This is where the diagram was.
So this is what the diagram was, and the talk about the water loop comes from. So what we're going to have is this...
I mean, he did have a lazy river quite a few times, so...
Yeah, so we've got these 20-foot tubes that we're going to have configured in a loop right here. Then we're going to have a room that provides the fire, and a room that provides the ice, which will provide the cooling, and some grates that we can go on that allow the water to pass through, but not creatures, essentially. And then we'll have what are hidden walls that'll lead to the area where we can sleep and eat. And then we'll have another hidden wall here that'll have a serpent on the other side that we can knock on, and it'll raise and lower it. So this will keep her from leaving the water loop once we get into the mansion to fight her.
What's that center area?
This was like, in case the cooling and heating wasn't enough to get the water to circulate, that I was going to have essentially like a gear-powered fan system to suck the water to move in order to keep it moving quick enough for it to be considered running water.
And I could also
You're kind of a monster.
I could also see setting up 99 servants with paddles while pushing the water in one way.
I just want the servants to be kind of neutral to this because they can't be involved in anything that does damage.
So, you're just dunking her in running water, and that's how we're killing her.
Yeah, and then we're going to
I
fight
see
her.
nothing that says you can do running water.
That's why I'm going to have the water in here, and I
That's
have
why
a
use
mechanism that allows the water to run.
You have circulating water, not running water.
What's the difference?
I'm
Which
going
one
to say
does damage to a
nature.
vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah, nature's probably the biggest difference.
It's which one does damage to a vampire?
Because the answer for radiant damage is, magic and sunlighty stuff versus, why is just water that's moving different than water that's still? And the answer is nature.
So, do we need actual water to do this? Because if need be, we can go to an area and fill the mansion with water.
I don't believe it's running then.
Yeah, it's not.
We can
You're
still
correct.
put in. We can
Yeah,
still
yeah,
put
but
it in the
that's
loop.
yeah, that's circulating. It's not running.
Yeah, it's not a natural
It's
body of water.
perpetual.
not
It's
a-
like already used water. It's already hit her once.
It's not a natural system.
Okay, so we need to mimic a natural system. With
Like, if we could find a waterfall, that'd be great.
Yeah.
Not in the mansion, in the world, we could find a waterfall.
Now,
And-
you know where there is running water that you could fight.
What's that?
Plenty of underground rivers that we know exactly where they are down here.
Yeah, there's one in particular that you have.
And
had a battle
Also,
with before.
if we can just summon her, why don't we just go to the surface and push her out in the sun?
Because she can turn into mist that way.
Oh, okay.
Is mist immune to the sun?
Yeah.
I mean, you guys do realize the difference between when you fought her last time and now. You do realize how much you outlevel her, right?
Right.
That's why I'm gonna. I don't understand this. I mean, I'm pretty sure we can just, if she wants to fight, I'm pretty sure I can destroy the mansion with lightning.
Well, you don't want to destroy them. They're not necessarily culpable.
Even if you just bring her to a whatever place
I'm good at aiming.
where she's no longer in her
Layer.
lair, you've already given her a
Yeah,
severe
Can't we
disadvantage.
just summon her there without the water shenanigans? I can
And
kill
just
her?
beat her to death there and stop her from...
But yeah, I think I think the spell specifically makes a mansion. It makes a dwelling.
Yeah.
That is not a dwelling.
Oh,
No, there's houses. There's
Yeah, just
sleeping
because you
quarters.
add it on the side does not make it a dwelling. Being able to arrange the rooms in a dwelling does not mean you get to arrange your trap.
No, this is no. It's totally something that's within the context in the mansion to be able to do because you can make like torture rooms and different rooms with odd configurations.
And we did have a lazy river previously. I'm just saying.
But yeah, if whatever moving water isn't the same thing as running water because it has to come from a natural source to be considered that.
Well, remember, it might be. We won't know until we try. And the imp pulls the rug or doesn't.
Yeah, but let's be fair. I'm pretty sure that rug's been pulled by his face. I mean, look at that face.
Still,
No,
even
it's
if
kind
it's
of a
not
pushover.
considered running water, if she's still underwater, that puts her at a disadvantage
Yeah.
Why?
because she's.
Do you realize the largest problem with this?
What's that?
If you bothered to plan that but didn't bother to actually make a battle map for it, I mean, really, what were you even doing all that time while we were sitting here ready to film?
He was making that drawing.
Preparing other stuff and writing notes.
Sorry, I don't have pawns that small.
So anyways, we're in a demi-plane inside a mansion in a demi-plane. Are we just going to summon her here in the mansion and stab her repeatedly?
Can we just summon her into the demi-plane where there is no escape?
I'd still want her to be underwater.
Why?
Well, what power specifically does that take away from her?
Mist form.
Can mist just not be in water?
Right.
Is that part of mist form?
If it isn't in sunlight or running water.
If it counts.
Well, if it's in sunlight, she can't go mist, is what he's saying.
Oh yeah, she can go mist.
Here, let's just go to the surface and summon her in the middle of a desert and watch her cook.
Okay. We could go to the surface instead.
Yeah. That seems the far easier than trying this. Than getting running water. I mean, we could just go find the biggest rapid river we want and also summon her there and drag her underwater. Bob's probably stronger than her. Just lock onto her and, dive in.
Yeah.
I have a swim speed, too.
Yeah.
And I'm amphibious.
So, whatever. We'll wait for daytime and take her to a river so she's in running water and sunlight.
Also, must reach its resting pace within 2 hours or be destroyed.
Yeah.
If you just take her to the surface, what are the odds she's ever going to get back to her resting place in 2 hours? Just saying.
So,
Yeah, you would hate being a vampire. You're stuck in one place. She tried to make you stuck in one place where you could only leave within 2 hours, within an hour of your home.
You still have a wish, don't you?
yeah. And so does the simulacrum.
You think resurrection would work?
On a vampire?
Yeah.
Maybe.
But why?
Well, I mean, because if the problem she's a vampire, which are bad people, apparently.
It's not... Well...
It's her actions!
Drag her to the surface, resurrect her, be like, you're in a desert now. Good luck.
No. More than a century, didn't die of old age, and isn't undead. Vampires are still undead, right?
Yeah.
You
What
might be
about-
able-
Fix that.
What
you
about
could probably use wish
reincarnation?
to fix it.
Yeah, but then I'd risk losing wish.
What about reincarnation?
She's not worth that. I think reincarnate would be bound over because it's probably
Humanoid.
Yeah, humanoid locked.
Yeah.
Dead humanoid. Or piece of a dead humanoid.
Okay, so...
And only 10 days.
Surface.
Yeah, well...
Thank
so
God
our-
you used a spell.
Yeah, we're all in the demi-plane?
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you also used the 7th level spell before you thought maybe we should go...
No. So I can just plane shift to the teleport circle that I know on the surface. Which is in the Mages Guild there.
What? God damn it, Ryan. We haven't been there before!
Fortunately, I was well prepared for whatever was going to come up. Just preparing for everything here. Sheet to write down some new notes. Prepared, well prepared.
Why can't we just summon her to the demi-plane and beat her to death? She can't win!
Because Ryan is really offended.
Why can't we just diplomacy this problem away?
Because we're styling on her.
We have lots of charisma. I'm sure we could just convince her to be a better person.
At this point, it's not about winning, it's about fully pulling off this combo. You just sat there chained together. It's like, I could have won an hour ago, but I'm still building up this macro so I can do combo.
Like, come on, Krillin. If he says he's sorry, there's nothing we can do. Just let him go. They said they're sorry.
To be fair, that's what got Goku killed the first time. He believed Raditz was sorry.
And he was fine.
He, like you, died just
Gained
because
a
he
power
came
boost,
back.
went on an adventure, and was fine. I'd point out he had more kids after that.
I also wanted to bring up that initially I wasn't going to tell Erich to avoid him.
Which is why, if you guys didn't... Anyways, things. Did I already tell you where that goes on the surface, or is it just a Mage's Guild on the surface?
Tarbran and Hill Towns.
So no, you didn't.
Tarban. in Hilltown Surface Guild Hall. Tarbon is the name of the guild master there.
Sure.
I bet they've got a blacksmith.
These are the high-level surface people, so yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, no, evidently it was our one town that was level 1. Erich's been around the upper world, and everywhere else is high level, too.
Yeah,
They have to be to survive. We are just in one little safe zone.
yeah. Your town's rinky-dink because it's in the shadow of a bigger empire.
Yeah. Okay. So Tarbon is the guildmaster, and Hilltown is the region.
Yeah, it's Hilltowns.
Hilltowns.
Can we get into local
Okay.
politics? See how derailed we can get this session.
You can derail it as much as you want. We're getting to my war! Or we're not stopping! I don't care if you're level 20 with 13 epic foods before you get to it! That's where we end!
Cheapy tag.
But theoretically, those mind flayers are going to run out of high-level extra enemies, and we're just going to...
They're just gonna level up! They're gonna get epic foods too! Okay. So yeah, you find yourself in a fine, wood, sort of cherry wood with
Wait, did you plane shift us? Oh yeah, because we're in a demi-plane, different plane shift, so you don't have to pay the material costs of teleport circle?
Right. That and I didn't want to have to cast Demiplane again to get us out of the Demiplane so we could then cast Teleport Circle.
Oh, when you cast it the first time, it locked?
There is no Teleport Circle in the Demiplane.
Well, I thought there was a door to the demi-plane.
It opens and closes.
It's a portal.
yeah. So find yourself in a room. Two staff wielding, mages sort of, flank a door at the far end.
I saw them in polo shirts with just
Greetings.
staff on there.
And it's like, I am Henwick of the Underground, part of the Mages Guild there. And these are
I
my
am next elm.
Was that something any of us understood?
It was Elvish.
So no.
No, not anymore. You got to keep that?
It's still on my sheet. So I'm going to presume yes.
Yes, greetings, basically.
Wait, are these like regular elves?
One of them is.
Oh.
The other is a dwarf.
Well, I look at them and go, I used to be an elf.
In Elvish or Common?
In Elvish. I've died a few times since then.
Oh god, Eric's the only one.
Wonderful journeys.
Many, many wonderful journeys.
No, the worst thing we could find is a kindred spirit.
Look around. Is there a door to outside here? Just them there.
Yeah, there's a door between them.
Yeah,
And moving to common. And who are the others?
I'm a provisional member of the Mages Guild.
yeah.
You are.
These are my entourage. I brought them with me for my business up here.
Dwarf kind of nods. Let's put you outside.
Thanks. That's where I was going to go.
Yeah,
And you kind of hear a bit of a shuddering. The room shakes a little. And they just aren't fazed by it.
I ask if Tarbon's in.
Tarbon is currently on the battlefront.
Okay.
What's your Evelyn?
Is there
I haven't been outside today.
Okay.
is there somebody that I could talk to about expanding my bestiary knowledge here at the guild?
It kind of sounds like there's just a big monster battle outside.
Thinking right now. Nothing direct at this moment. I believe we have other chapters that do maintain menagerie. Look that up if you need, where that would be.
I've been to the Underground Menagerie. I was looking to see if I could learn more about metallic dragons while I was up here.
It is uncommon for the metallics to get stirred up enough to attack the city, but it's certainly happened a time or two.
Okay. Well, could you put me into contact with somebody who might know a bit more about them?
I would venture that you come back when we aren't under siege.
Right. Okay. What time of day is it?
Probably about 8
Morning or night?
in the morning.
Oh.
We've
been underground a long time.
Okay. Very good.
Very well.
Just some of the vampires in the house.
Yes, great. Some of the vampire into the sealed room with no windows. That's the way to take advantage of
Go outside.
going to the surface.
Just like, you don't know this, but it's 8 in the morning.
Before we leave, do you know the largest nearby running source of water, like a river or etc.?
Yes, there are 2 that flow through the city.
Oh, good. We'll follow those out then.
They seem a little... We're guards, we're not tour guides. And they will lead you out through a room that only basically has like 3 people in it, although it clearly has seating for many, many more, but just largely abandoned at the present time. Fine woods, lavish cushions, you can see the sunlight shining through, purple drapery.
Alright, so what's the town being attacked by?
It is a Tarrasque. And you see it as you open the door.
Neat.
Probably just a half mile out, as you're a little bit on the upper part of a hill.
Oh, that is beyond my range.
Yeah. This
Are you going to try and tame it?
I was like, I didn't take Meteor Swarm, so it is actually outside my range.
But yeah, so this
If I have
Mountainside
Meteor
City
Swarm.
seems to kind of go up a little bit onto the side of a mountain that's sort of set behind you from when you, behind you off to the right from where you exit the door. And there are walls and defenses moving outward. You're kind of in the lower tiered part of the city where it is just sort of rolling hills at the base of the mountain, and the forest has been cleared. You can instantly, from being high enough up at this point, you can see over the massive outer city walls on which there are mages and armed forces with ballistas and all sorts of battle actively going on, as a Tarrasque is clearly cleared a path through the forest that's a ways back. Like, it's been deforested, and there have been clearly traps laid and things set out in the area around, the city, like a perimeter. And yeah, they're just engaging in battle.
Fighting a jam monster.
Yeah.
What's the weather like today?
Nice and sunny.
Oh, okay. So, do we want to do the river or just fly straight up and summon her very, very high?
I figure we do the river.
I figure she could get in shadows or something down there.
Why do you need the river? She can't do mist form in the sunlight.
Then we can fly up super high. It's not that big of a deal either which way it works.
Yeah. I figure that's just the easier one.
You just drop a vampire.
Can everybody... Yeah, you can fly.
Yeah.
I have to turn to a dragon to fly. I probably am not going to do that here.
Wait, not necessarily. How much does the gladiator weigh? Probably less than old Bob did.
Probably a
Nope,
lot
still
less.
a Goliath.
Not wearing, but you're not wearing 100+ pounds of armor.
Well,
I was
shift
only
into something smaller.
I shifted to a bat?
Good enough.
I'm just saying, you yelled at me.
I mean, you could also, smaller gladiator, but...
No, I'm the healthiest bat ever.
yeah, you
Weighs
are.
about 120 pounds.
But it can fly under its own power, so it doesn't matter the weight.
So we go straight up, and let's see if this even turns into a combat, or if this vampire just dies. How are you summoning her, anyways?
Using gate.
Ah.
So, Well, first things first, we go ahead and set ourselves up into the area that we're going to be using. I prepared the area that we're going to be summoning her into by casting Major Image in my 6th level slot, so it's just permanent and I don't have to concentrate on it. And I'm just gonna...
So, way, like, a quarter mile above the city, there's a floating platform there.
Final destination.
So it's going to be a...
Box only!
You notice the hole?
So you can hide underneath the Major Image? Or that
So-
we can't actually gate her here because that has requirements and stuff.
You're on the same plane of existence as she is.
yeah, that's why we were going to do it in the demi-plane, right? Okay.
Okay,
There was
so,
a part of that plan that was important.
so we get up here. You have to guess demi-plane again, so we can just beat her up in the demi-plane! Like we tried to this
I think
morning.
he's out of 9 those spells.
Demi-plane's only 8, but he's probably out of that
Oh, there you
too.
go. You'd have to use Wish.
Yeah.
Alright, let's just do this tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll have to do it tomorrow.
As we set up the mansion on this floating platform far above the city.
Anyway.
Do we want to play with the Tarask while we're here, or just ignore this?
Yeah, we could. I mean,
I go and offer my services to people fighting a Tarask.
yeah, we can mess with the Taras now that we have to
Just-
wait.
Yes, we're just bored. Bored!
This
Sickening
sounds
radiance on the
I'm
Tarask
of age
head.
of some impressive power. Might I launch
Wait.
spells at thine monster?
Not Sickening Radiance, I'm pretty sure that's a con save.
Do what you want.
So this was a day wasted because of your guys complaining.
I don't
What?
think so.
Yeah, it was. If we would have done it the original way that I was going to do it,
How much?
Your way wouldn't have worked!
it would
How
work
much?
fine.
How much intelligence you got?
Enough.
Then it's your fault for not knowing that we were going to screw this up.
Yeah. Okay. Eric doesn't get to come next time, and you two get to.
This
keep
is
your
your
mouth shut.
fault because you're smarter than this.
I still think you guys could have just stormed to the castle.
I would have preferred that because it's a more exciting story. And then we summoned her and she died.
I have a battle map that's already pre-made that's that mansion. Literally, you didn't do a whole lot of combat there, but I established it as a battle map.
Okay, so he goes to fight the Tarask. I
don't think I can do a lot
Go
of
with
damage
first
with
Smith.
Tarask. I think it's like resistant to all the damage I do.
I don't know, I throw static shocks at its head. Can it make a intelligence...
You going to get that close?
Isn't that like 120 feet?
You gonna get that close?
Does Trask have ranged weapons? I thought it was Stompy.
I assume it's just huge and has reach.
120 feet of reach?
I was going to be using distance spell the whole time.
Just saying, I'm not fighting this freaking Tarask.
I mean, Xanathars.
Yeah. So you kind of head out with them looking for a blacksmith?
Yeah.
Yeah. You find some, not really too far from the front lines, that is literally just forging weapons as they go, and just literally throwing them on, like, a front. There's, like, probably 4 blacksmiths working at sort of a conglomeration forge near the outer wall where there's the defensive line within the city. And they're just throwing things up on, basically, like, a table that's, like, at the front of a store, and literally as people are choosing to march forward, seeming to have been recovered after time, grabbing whether sword and shield or crossbow and, whatever, just marching forward and grabbing things, just seeming to be no concept of a pay, just these people are making weapons, those people are taking them and going off towards the Tarask.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine, I'll go fight the Tarask.
Well,
I mean, you could also make weapons for people that are going to fight a Tarask.
I'm not allowed to because you took away my smithing.
Oh.
and
To be fair, he took away your smithing.
No, you told me that as a dragon I don't know how to smith anymore. It's bullcrap.
Yeah.
It's a
I
knowledge
didn't-
I trained for. It just is the upsetting part.
Yeah, which is something you lose when you became a dragon.
Yeah.
you are not you anymore. You're a dragon that has your memories. And
Well,
none of
maybe
your
I
muscle
don't-
controls.
Man, I don't remember.
Anyway, yeah, 120 feet, just unbroom. Every minute or so. It needs an intelligence save of 20.
And you need a wisdom save.
So it does have a range thing.
You got within 120 feet of it.
No, I probably fail. It's like 2. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, no.
It's scary. I go,
Yes.
what way? After a
Terrifying.
whole day, or can I come back later?
Hey, Adam.
Basically, you can repeat the save each turn with disadvantage. If you could still see the creature, which you can.
Whatever.
I'm gonna go and try to find someone in charge of the range attacks.
Here's your red shirt. Here's your crossbow.
No. I don't want to get shot for turning into a dragon and trying to blast fire at it every time I can blast fire at it.
You blast fire?
I would like to, as a dragon.
I don't think you do, though.
Yes, I do.
You're like,
Oh, I'm lightning.
Yeah.
You're saying it's like,
I always think I'm the gold one. I'm not the gold one.
no.
You have the superior element.
Are they immune to lightning?
there doesn't seem to be any individual necessarily just in charge.
Are
There's
there
no
people-
one I can say, hey,
There's plenty of people you could say, hey, don't shoot me.
don't shoot the dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Specifically, the mages are the ones I'm probably more worried about.
Okay, so if you find someone and you say that, the original response is, there's a dragon now?
No. I'd turn into dragon and fight that dude.
Right then, just make sure you're clearly fighting that dude.
You got it. Turn into dragon, fly off.
You probably initially get shot a couple of times, but it seems very quickly that they're going to stop.
Once you start fighting.
Also considering that he's bronze and they tend to be pretty
Yeah.
amiable.
Yeah, but they did say the city has fought metallic ones before because someone pissed them off. Too bad.
Yeah, but probably not the bronze.
I'm betting that it can make a DC 19 dex save just all day long.
It has
It
plus 0
seems,
dex.
yeah, it seems incredibly dexy, the Trask.
Just all day long.
I was kind. Oh, it is, and it's smart enough. So, I
Is
don't-
it afraid of me? I have frightening presence. Is it immune to fear?
Yeah, it is.
Is it also immune to lightning?
I would just
No.
ask a mage.
It is immune to fire, though, so good thing you're not shooting fire at it.
What's its full presence DC?
17.
So, should I just say I sit there staring until I make the roll, then go do my thing?
Sure.
Because we're not actually fighting the Trask, I'm guessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I eventually do that in Static Shock. It has some minuses and fireball damage, but it can't make the save. Unless it burns legendary resistances on me.
I act in a defensive measure. I just help people who might be attacked by providing like
Mine is also DC 17 on frightfully present.
Yeah, but it's immune to fear.
Yeah, I know, but there's other creatures.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
You
the Dragon's
choose it.
Choice,
Are you
yeah.
trying
No,
to-
I don't choose them. I didn't.
Those people you don't want to attack, you try to make them afraid of you. Got it.
No, I don't. Okay, so yeah, I'm just blasting the lightning. It's a 90-foot line.
Yeah, we play with Trask for a couple hours just to eventually go down.
No.
No. Does it eventually just wander away, though? Or do you actually want us to sit here and fight the Trask? I thought this was an interlude.
Yeah, it is. There's no real need to fight it.
Yeah. So we play with Trask for a couple
They
hours.
can. They basically, eventually, they back it into the forest until it gets to a retreat, and probably around right when the sun is starting to. The sun isn't quite setting yet, but it's at the point where it's low enough. The day is a little cooler. It's a little less right, and you kind of get the feeling like from the immediate action as people are now pulling out what are basically large staffs from an area thing with glowing like orbs on the top that start to glow as the light starts to dim, and they are just javelin throwing them as far as they can, just sort of setting up this area within the clearing. And you notice that in the area where the Trask hadn't been, they're already just sort of all around, and they're just using it leverage to throw and land these orbs to illuminate
Javelin
lights.
lights, yeah.
Basically lighting up the area of the clearing, as the sun starts to set, to keep it where they can see their path leading towards there. Instantly you notice, large crew of largely dwarves coming to shore up the wall that had largely been broken apart by the Trask on that side. Community of what looks like not quite draconic, but sort of small draconic-like creatures, sort of that you hadn't seen before, that are coming up and starting to just work with all sorts of nets and things amongst the outer field. They didn't seem to quite come from within the city, but somewhere in that outer field themselves, up from tunnels underneath it, and they're just putting together work.
So just a field full of kobolds because our Underdark didn't have kobolds?
There are kobolds here that are showing up and trapping, the outer field, while there are teams rebuilding a wall, and the defense is pretty much as, there are still people that are finishing, chasing the Trask back into...
I try to help the dwarves rebuild the wall by carrying things for them.
Yeah.
It's just big-ass dragon lifting crap.
Eventually meet up with Ryan for the mansion of the day.
So does it
Or
resist lightning?
Nope. Actually have to go find an inn.
Does it have a really good deck save?
You probably hit it with some lightning.
I conservatively do over 400 damage in 10 rounds.
Okay.
Theoretically, it
that.
would drop.
No.
No, it's got more XP than that. It's got resistance.
It's also, it's
and
magic and reflective.
And that's assuming it fails every save.
Yeah.
Well, yours is 19 versus
because
it has to roll
realize,
19.
So there is first the fact that it's having things that are magic, then the fact that there is a only a 1 in 6
Mostly, they know the only thing that can hurt Frost.
It's a line, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. You quickly realize it doesn't hurt it. You do it a few times until one of them hits you.
I'm resistant to that.
Because they're either bouncing off or they're bouncing right back at you.
Wait, so does my lines of lightning not hit it either?
Is it a line attack?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to have the same issue.
Well, there you go.
Does my explosive one do okay?
Yeah, the actual explosion will hit it, yeah. As long as it doesn't require, a ranged attack roll.
No.
Or a line.
It triggers an int save.
Yeah.
And I'm not doing it for the damage. I'm doing it for all the status effects it piles onto its face for a minute at a time.
Well, if that doesn't work, I'm just going to start evacuating injured people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's plenty of people, plenty of help with that. That is...
So...
It does not take long to figure out where the line and the, basically the medic tents are.
Yes, I just get people
instead of
from
that, I could do it from within the Magnificent Mansion since it's an extra dimensional space, right?
Yes.
So if I have the door open to the Magnificent Mansion and I have it pointed up towards the sun when it rises, so then the sunlight would be coming into the mansion.
Only about 100 damage.
So then I can just have us all fight her in the entrance hall of the mansion while in direct sunlight?
Does sunlight lose its powers over dimensional boundaries?
Yeah, that's probably all I can do.
Or the other option...
Basically, at that point, it is probably around now that you'd be able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Which I don't know if you did, because I don't know how many spells you guys have now wasted fighting a Trask.
Oh no, we have to wait till tomorrow.
We have the long rest.
That day I would have spent 4 because the lightning wouldn't work, and then I'd have to use Whirlwind. And Whirlwind works, but I'm pretty sure it's going to almost always make the strength save.
Because my other option...
So half, I'd do about 100 damage over 2 minutes.
Because my other option is that I create the Magnificent Mansion, and then just within the basically the doorway of the mansion.
Basically, the mindset for how to do it in the mansion and have it be in sunlight is to wait till... You're basically waiting until sundown. Well, you don't quite have a great time at dawn because of the mountain.
Why don't you just wait till noon and have the entrance up?
Because the entrance isn't up.
Why not?
Because the way for it to work would be for the entrance to be sideways so that you have just one long hall so that the entire place is lit. Otherwise, it just goes off into the shadowy parts off to the side if it's not one long hall.
I was planning on configuring it so there wouldn't be any, places for her to...
hide from the sun. Exactly, which is why you need it to be basically one long hall straight out from the door.
If a different time of day works, then I'll pick that.
But basically, you'd have a limited window that would still be a, 10, 15-minute window.
Okay.
But
that's fine.
So limited, but longer than a combat goes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll plan for that for tomorrow.
Yeah. We find an inn in town if they have them.
There are inns or there are tents and encampments that...
Find an inn.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you can go up into the upper parts of this, obviously kind of for the pair of you. You can return back to the actual guild. And there is quarters there, and that's more on the hills. If you go towards the actual more upper spot, you find people living peacefully and kindly and in a very nice city, nice life.
It's just it's not a nice life.
It's just sort of,
it's
surrounded by.
Yeah.
So I helped them rebuild the wall.
So
I go to a tavern and tell stories.
For my wish at the end of the day, I cast Mind Blank on myself. Because it's a 24-hour thing.
You go to whatever.
Tavern, inn, bar.
No, there's. I'm sure you're just hanging out down with the
soldiers.
Yeah. There are encampments and things where there are just, people on reprieve while others go and, keep watch over the night.
Do they still have to pay for beer, or is that just free for people fighting the Frost?
No, a lot of basically things down here just have you start getting a general feeling of things are just kind of free for the people that are living their lives paying. It's all taxed from the people up above that get the nice cushy lives to
not getting money.
Yeah, not. So we have a pretty high tax rate, but you know what? We're alive. And now, if you're saying, well, would you not be alive without the high taxes? And I point out the black dragon that is currently attacking the part of the wall that was currently trying to be worked on.
What?
You're fighting a black dragon.
Oh, that's fine. Do I win?
I don't know. You want to actually fight it?
Yeah.
I still have spell slots left.
It's like, you point at the black dragon fighting it, but there's another dragon down there fighting it. I'm just trying to keep them off the dwarves. Because they're basically my people.
Is it the same age bracket?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't he only have half of... No, he's polymorphed. He's not symbol.
Yeah, no, he's true polymorphed.
Yeah.
What's going to be funnier is when if the dragon does defeat me, now you have to fight me again.
And you're already weakened.
Where you going, dragon? Fight me.
This isn't even my final form.
My final form is a Goliath. You flew away and I don't have anything to fly. You bastard!
What are you talking about? Rope.
I will shadow the Colossus, you dragon.
You get back here, you son of a bitch.
Well, I say step one, fight for presence rolls.
Neither of you are immune to fear.
Not in this form.
What's the DC?
17.
You rolled a 17, so...
You
as you
advance, and before anything of actual physical damage, it disengages and it leaves. He just sort of swatted out a bit enough to put up a fight.
It comes within 120 feet of me. I look at it and it went, "Oh crap! I didn't know there was a dragon."
It's up your choice, and it basically snuck up through the darkness of the air. But It's pretty much as you engage and you push back, and it's like, I'll find an easier place to fight. In fact, you both speak Draconic. I'll find an easier place to fight. As he backs out.
You're hung like a hamster.
It doesn't seem to understand the concept of what a hamster is.
Trying to think my butt.
Now that things have calmed down a bit, I ask around again about whether or not anyone knows about the other metallic dragons.
Well, you've seen a black and
there's a bronze one that was out in the battles today.
No, I was looking for the other types.
God, picky.
What
you looking for?
Gold, silver,
brass.
And gold is going to basically be search the mountains.
Well, we're in the mountains. Do you know where one is?
Nope. They come through occasionally, but not incredibly common.
Yeah.
That's kind of the like. Well, they do not have a menagerie here, as they referenced. One of the other guilds does.
Could I put in a? I'll go ahead and put a. Do they have like a request board, like a bulletin board or something like that?
No.
Okay. Well, I'll write a note saying that if I can get into contact with somebody who will allow me to see a gold or silver dragon.
If anyone meets a gold and silver dragon, I will pay you money to get me contact information.
Yeah.
Give me those digits.
Mm-hmm.
Just put on there, not for perverted reasons.
I promise.
You promise, not a pervert.
I'll go ahead and tell them to contact Henwick at the Caberts and Field House.
Well, they verbally let some people know clearly, and they kind of put it on a pile on a table of what could likely be other important notes of, we'll get around it, let's see what happens. Okay. Theoretically, someone may remember when that happens.
Just saying, these dwarves building this wall, they're like, wow, having a dragon help us build walls is super useful.
Not the most coordinated, but you can haul some stone.
So,
hey, I'm done labor. It works.
Yeah. I'm ready
just
for
over here,
long rest then.
25 strength and the ability to fly. I'm pretty sure we can get some wall built.
Yeah. You can get it the next day.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So,
seems to be more changing the guard there. By the time you wake up in the morning, crew of different people was repairing a different section of wall.
I've just had in my dream was a bunch of flying troughs with raven wings.
Okay. You got it.
And then when it pulled back, it was just a mobile over a crib.
All of them are just psychological thriller dreams. Like, this is your impression in Dreamscape now.
I turn back into a person and start walking back up towards the mages guild. Mm-hmm. Back into a big old Goliath with a big bushy beard.
Oh, like old you?
Yeah, I perpetually look like old me.
I thought new you was shaved. You did say that.
No, I had hair.
Oh yeah, you're sporting actual hair, that's right.
Yeah, I thought you were hair with a shorter beard, but that's what it was originally.
But
you can redo it again, and you can go back to this now.
No. I hung out with the dwarves, and I'm like, my beard needs to be bigger. So when I turn to a person, my beard is noticeably bigger than the biggest beard that they had.
Almost unmanageably so.
Just big, bushy, it's a windmill.
I'd argue with you, but
you're a magical dragon now. You can do what you want.
Just looking at the dwarf's like, okay then.
So, when we get down to it, I'll prepare in advance. I'll pick whatever the good angle that we need for the sunlight and everything. Mm-hmm. So I'll set up the mansion since that's 24 hours, so we'll have the entire day for that. I cast Mind Blink on Jimmy, so he's got that. So now me and him have that, and Bob's a dragon, so he doesn't have to worry about it.
Why not?
Legendary resistance. He can make a save in case he's forced to.
That's true. I just get to be like, no.
So
A few times.
3 times.
So I cast that on him. Then we'll go ahead and have Simulacrum cast Mind Blank on Erich. So then I cast Major Image in 6th level slot in order to create a illusion of essentially kaleidoscopic welcome to my home nonsense, so that it's in a box around the area where she's going to be summoned. I have everybody go up and touch the major image so they can see through it. So we go up and smack at it until the rest of us have figured out that it's an illusion and are able to see it as the kind of hazy, superimposed half image that it becomes once you make the saving throw against it. Or investigate it.
Like, through?
Yeah, it'll light through, but it'll mess up her vision so she can't see us.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I make this big stained glass box in the middle of the room.
Yeah.
And then you summon her and she dies.
Yeah,
I'm glad that we went through all of this.
Yes.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. Does she show up, start burning, freak out, and die?
So then the simulacrum has a prepared action to cast Force Cage when she comes out, and then I cast Gate, and then I summon her using her name, since we know that she's whatever.
This is the most elaborate murder I've ever been a part of.
This reminds me back of the one campaign I ran where you guys just ran amok with things because it was the let's see how many magic items I can give people and if I can get it out of control.
That didn't take long.
Yeah, no, and it worked on that one too. When you guys decided that you just were going to kill all of the nobles.
Yes.
To be fair, none of those had, like, CRs. That was a campaign of basically those two and Dustin.
Yeah.
Is this the one where he kept taking shoes?
No, it's where they found a noble they didn't like, and they found a picture of that one with a bunch of other nobles, like a big painting, like a party group in the house.
Just like, we're killing all of these
And
people.
they did. They tracked down from city to city every person, and they used it as a hit list.
Yeah. So Lady Shava
I believe it was their tennis club, like,
Yeah.
yearly
Yeah.
picture.
Basically, yeah. And they went on a murder spree.
But we go ahead and whatever. I do the open bars version, so in case Bob wants to breathe lightning on her while she's trapped in the cage, and you want to throw fireballs at her or psychic balls.
So, you conjure a portal linking an unoccupied space you can see within range to a precise location on a different plane of existence. The portal is a circular opening. Orient as you choose. Front and back. Deities and others can prevent it from opening in their presence. You speak the name of a specific creature.
Shava Citreth-aloro.
If the creature is on a plane other than the one you are on, the portal opens in the named creature's immediate vicinity and draws the creature through it to the nearest unoccupied space on your side of the portal.
And I drop concentration as soon as she comes through.
So as
Her asleep body.
No, the nude form of the vampire mistress pulls through with with dripping hair and a sponge, freaking out, flesh burning, and you do said prepared actions. You end up with a pile of ash on the floor there. I'm not going to make you make rolls. Yes, you have properly planned, and you ruined her math.
Yes! Excellent!
The best part is the troll's going to go in there and be like, you done? She's just gone.
Okay.
Well, I look at the pile of dust, I look at you. I'm pretty sure that was evil.
No.
It comes down to where you fall on. Is doing an evil thing to an evil person evil?
Yes.
No.
2 wrongs does not make a right.
But it does make a pile of ash and
But
no
3
more
left
wrongs.
do.
Yeah,
We need one
pretty
more
sure that was
left.
evil.
Good action.
No, I'm pretty sure it's not.
No, I was maintaining hospitality rules. People need to suffer for
That
them.
makes it lawful. I'm pretty sure that's still evil.
What's your alignment?
Lawful, neutral.
I'm pretty
sure that falls under.
Yeah, it falls under lawful neutral.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's evil.
I think it's for the good of everyone that she's gone now.
It would be evil.
She
if we
literally
just
maintained her own property and only really affected people that came to it.
Well, she won't be doing that anymore, will she?
Aren't vampires inherently evil?
Doesn't matter. It wasn't that she was evil. It was that she was a dick and broke hospitality.
Yep.
And if we'd summoned random vampire for murder and this elaborate death trap, that would be evil.
I'm pretty sure this is still evil.
We summoned person who broke hospitality to make it neutral.
This is the will of the gods. You don't break hospitality rules. They're too important.
I don't think any of the gods have domain over hospitality.
Sure they do.
I don't remember that being anybody's big modus operandi.
As suddenly we learn that Henwick worships an entirely different set of gods. What about the one we make? He's not an actual god, he's just a really powerful thing. Those aren't actual gods. Actual gods respect hospitality and the rules of, proper decorum.
You don't break. You don't offer somebody secure in your house and then go back on that and try to murder and rob them.
Yes.
I don't think she did. I mean, you guys broke the door.
You were literally murdered.
You were murdered and you've been robbed. You are not the best judge of this.
I remember getting stuffed into a bag against my will and then torn apart by demons.
That's real selective of you there.
Also, that wasn't against your will. That was
Also,
solely
devils.
your will.
Yeah, devils.
Yeah, I remember Jimmy convincing you to get into that hole. That's how I remember it.
I am a very convincing talker.
Also, there is now a whole house full of now free vampires able to roam.
Yeah, they didn't break hospitality. It wasn't that she was evil, it was that she broke hospitality. We weren't in it necessarily to kill a vampire.
Chen-Lu would be disappointed in you. The count goes up.
Who?
Something the radioactive man talked about was that you're responsible for everything, including with the results, consequences of your actions, even if you don't know about it. He called it the count.
Yeah.
How many people you've caused to die due to your actions or inactions.
Erich.
Disagree.
Oh, he was quite the reductionist there.
Every time you just walk by, I just be like, disagree.
Okay.
He could literally roast you from the inside out by looking at you too hard.
Doesn't make him right.
He was Chinese, it kind of does. Yeah, that's a good point. Dr. Chen-Lu was not Chinese, he was patriotically Chinese. He was very much in the idea, if I can do it, it does make me right, absolutely. If I wasn't right, how would I be winning?
So that's done. Hold hands.
And we leave the final destination platform we set up yesterday. That just floats above the city until someone comes up here and dispels it.
Well, yeah, the permanent illusions won't disappear. They're just kind of going to sit there.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that's not actually solid either. Someone will fly up there, okay, I'm gonna land in the permanent. Ah!
Is it not even solid to those that believe it's solid?
I don't think
If
so.
you're dumb enough, is it solid?
And
I don't know what you. I don't remember what you asked.
it's major image.
Okay.
And it's like, no.
Then why did we need a final destination platform?
That was something that he made up. The whole reason behind the major image was to create an area that she couldn't see through. That was the whole purpose of it. So she would be summoned in an area where she can't see us, so there's no gaze attacks or anything that she can really target anybody because she can't see who's attacking her. And then she'd be.
What's the CR of that creature, by the way?
13. Yeah.
Yeah. Didn't I almost kill her by myself anyway?
Yeah. Yeah, no, you could have taken her.
No, this is overkill.
Yeah.
No, it's overkill.
No, this was to make sure that her contingency BS didn't kick in and save her.
You could have just teleporting her up here, or letting her run out of the thing, and
Yeah.
Could have just dropped her in the middle of the forest and left.
Yeah.
yeah.
But this is more certain.
We know for a fact she is dead.
Yeah. Pelor's a good god. I pray her soul to Pelor.
Go, undead. Be a patron of Palor. Renounce your undead ways.
And it was like, the heck do you do? Like, can you find someone else who needs more help? That's not the point.
It's kind of the point.
It was just like, well, this one's yours, I think. Maybe. I don't know. Take care of it if you want to. I ordered you to do this thing, so long as it's what you want.
We haven't actually encountered a lot of undead, so it hasn't come up. We just not a big fan of them either.
No, she's a death goddess.
Yeah.
Both the death gods are
You've
not.
encountered an excessive number of undead.
Ryan keeps summoning them.
Yeah.
Oh!
My undead, the undead ogre, the mummy, the vampire.
I think of the bone ones as basically puppets.
No, they have minds and everything. They are absolutely not puppets.
They have intelligence scores, at least.
Yeah.
Now they do.
That's horrible. I thought you were just magically puppeting bone skeletons.
No.
Yes, bone skeletons.
He's bringing them back into a torturous facility of life.
Now that is a lie. Their souls aren't in the presence of their body.
Then where's their intelligence come from?
Magic.
Is it evil if I didn't actually bring them back to life? I just created a simulation of their life and then tortured that simulation?
No, it's my own intelligence imbued into the bones. So it's only
Also, no, it's not. It's
Or is it?
It's a computer. You're beating up a computer.
But if a computer, Turing tests and all,
they wouldn't pass.
I feel like they'd pass.
And also, I don't think I get that dude gets to decide what is and is not human just because he invented a test.
The whole point of the Turing test is that if you can't pass the test, you can't do the test, then there's no way to confirm. So there is no way to morally take a stance.
Oh, it's like Schrodinger's cat of a computer test.
More or less, it's like if you can't tell if it's a computer, then it might as well be human because there's no way to know.
Yeah. Which is why in novels and stuff, you're like, yeah, if they pass the test and are completely talking, they're people.
They're people. Just assume they're people. That is the morally correct choice. Just assume they're people.
Killed him anyways. What? You
go
just
by
killed it because it's a computer? No, if it was a real person, I would have killed him too.
I'm going to be teleporting us all to the place where we met with the Gith.
The hallway of doom?
No, the actual inner room.
The room after the hallway of doom.
Yes, the room after the hallway of doom.
How does that work?
Well, the hallway of doom works by annoying the piss out of me.
Yeah.
Well, he has to roll percentiles.
Good.
Depending on how familiar he is, which you decide.
Seen casually?
Well, at least.
I mean, you've been there.
Yeah, we've been there.
Go ahead and you roll your dice. We'll see what happens.
Right. 9.
Yeah.
I'll leave it. That sounds like mishap.
Yeah.
How bad?
It's like a couple of d6s. And then we roll again.
Yeah. It's only really bad if you keep rolling that.
Can't fail forever.
Only one.
21. 21 force damage.
I can count those or zeros.
Okay.
Also, that checks into our... we still have 2 temp HP. Good.
Alright.
So you'd roll again.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you keep rolling until you make it.
So you get somewhere.
16. 6.
Yeah, my point is you could teleport to completely made up locations and eventually you'd get similar location.
Mm-hmm.
That's on target.
Or is it? I want to teleport to El Dorado. 50-50 chance that you get somewhere close or take damage.
Now, you're traveling a pretty good distance to go off target. As you find yourselves appearing in a cavern, sure, it's in a cavern, you find yourselves... You're in some sort of town? Some sort of city? There's carved windows nearby. It's... Yeah, I mean, would have been late, because it would have been near evening above, so it's late and things are quiet, but you're in an unfamiliar alley.
Is there a whole bunch on the like stonework?
No, it's rougher carved than most of the cities. It seems like it was carved with
probably okay.
less care, but there's no iconography depicted on things, and you don't see any people.
I just assume Elthans put tentacles on everything.
Okay. You can assume whatever you want.
I do.
You do hear some water. There's water in the area.
Hey, there's running water, Ryan. You've been looking for running water for a couple days now.
See, me, Ryan are both mind blanked.
The tavern above you is tall, again one of the ones that is tall beyond your vision.
Okay. Arcane Eye.
So you send up an invisible...
Yep.
By the way, you are all currently mind blinked right now, yes?
Except for Bob.
Okay.
Because I'm a dragon.
Bob's a dragon, and Eric didn't get one.
He did. Simulacrum cast it on him. I cast.
So Simulacrum doesn't have one?
Yeah, Simulacrum doesn't have an 8th level spell. Or a mind blank. Yep.
No, Simulacrum, one of those ones you can cut ties to and it'll melt.
Well, we could either destroy it or we could cast Simulacrum again and it would turn into a new one.
Ah. I was going to say, just a very angry you with access to your spells, mind controlled to start blasting us would be bad.
Well, he's used whatever 2 of his high level spells. So,
So as it goes up into the darkness, it does see one thing moving through. A large orb with a milky white eye in the center. This sort of loosely floating tentacles hanging down from its bottom, and again on its top, each tipped with its own milky white eye. Just sort of casually floats through some distance above.
Is it made of mushrooms?
No, it's sort of a...
Sexual
It's a
hole.
reddish... almost... When a scab starts to heal, and you peel it off, and it has that pinkish, reddish sort of...
When it starts getting tasty?
Like, once you peel off the scab, and it's like the healed-over skin that's still, like, new and has that reddish... Like, it's not... Like, it wasn't ready to be exposed yet.
Oh, I think I have some of that right there.
I start
Yeah.
flipping,
It has that kind of... That is what its skin is.
I start flipping through my lore book to see if I can identify the creature.
I mean, that takes a little bit of time. I just sort of buckle down into the corner in the alley here.
Can we leave?
Well, there's a giant floating eye.
And that doesn't stop us from leaving.
No,
So we're definitely back underground now, right?
You are definitely underground, yes.
Where's my compass pointing?
That direction on there. And through a building kind of thing, so something on the other end.
we could try to teleport again.
Pretty far away.
You're definitely closer than you've been before.
Oh, really? Well, I'll go take a look around while you do that.
Do you have the ability to teleport out in case you need to leave?
Yes,
Okay.
in numerous ways.
Because I'm thinking that we can probably just leave this area, and then I can look in to see what that creature is later.
So as you walk out,
Glowing.
glowing, you do, as you exit the alley a little bit down, you do see sort of off on a road where there is just sort of a gutter with water slowly going through it, coming from some source off in the distance where you hear there is, the water sounds like it's somewhere. But there's water slowly pouring through like a gutter within the street here. And you see, talking in some sort of garbled... Do you speak Undercommon?
I'm going to say no. No.
Yeah.
I do? Where did I get Undercommon? I don't know. I picked up a language at some point, and I do speak Undercommon.
All right, then. But yeah, sort of discussing things of work needing to be done, things needing to be moved, are a couple of fish people. Bulbous eyes, sort of catfish tendrils down from their chins.
Now, does Erich go crazy and start murdering them, thinking they're elephants, because all he knows is they have tentacle faces?
These are fish people. Obviously, somebody would have mentioned fish, elephants, or fish people. I assume they look like normal people with, like, tentacle chins.
Yeah.
But fish people who actually have, like, full fishes on their heads. So
Yeah, like their heads are fish. Like, okay, fish people like the in Alice in Wonderland.
Yeah.
The doorman that was a fish, like that.
Didn't see it.
Didn't see it.
It's the illustration in the book.
I didn't read
Didn't
it.
read it.
You guys are missing out.
It was a boring book.
Disagree.
That was fantastic.
It's a fish person. You can just show me a picture that's there.
The
That's
only
good
thing I
enough.
need to know is that I can think of 6 impossible
Well-
things before breakfast.
Hail and salutations, gentlemen. Might I inquire as to where I seem to have wandered to?
Where's the nearest bar?
I am famed adventurer, Erich. Rauda.
I've adventured here from very far away.
That's near the hole.
Oh no, I'm new.
Why are you down here in the Under District?
Well, I've never been here before.
Were you sent down here?
No. Just kind of wandered here.
I'm not a clever man.
What's your intelligence?
11.
I will let you make. I think your wisdom's the same, right?
11!
Yeah. Go ahead and make an insight check.
15.
They probably want to hear about stories.
Yeah, they seem to be hiding something. You're not super sure what. But as one of them says, I have to go, but she's talking here. Perhaps I can see you later for dinner if you want to go with Kalidan and Kuo-toa. We'll be having dinner soon. I'll meet you there. If you want to go with her?
Alright.
Yes.
Sounds good.
This is how you wound up enslaved, I'm sure.
It's just, he's done it before.
It happens.
So we do a few blocks down and do one of these poorly carved, houses. That just sort of has almost a sickly kind of leather stitched together for a curtain as the in place of the door. Kind of pushes that through. Sort of a cobbled and not quite level chair with a table, and she.
Who am
Made out of shoes?
who am I to complain
Made out
about
of shoes?
hospitality?
No.
Cobbled together, yes. I was making the other joke. Cobbled shoes.
No.
Those
she
shoes are
sets
made
to
out
work
of peaches. They're stupid.
pulling
Don't
things
wear
out
them.
of sort of boxes
So
and
you guys wanna
crates and sort of
teleport out?
cutting things,
Yeah.
making some sort of salad.
No, neat.
So the three of you, after he's walked away,
We leave.
Yeah.
you have another teleport.
Oh, the simulacrum does.
Okay.
So the four of us hold hands,
Mm-hmm.
and then go ahead and teleport, trying to get back to the Gith room with the.
I don't know. Simulacrum might be of the opinion that we should wait for Erich. Or better yet, go and find Erich before leaving.
Eric's on an adventure. Who are we to deprive Erich of an adventure?
Yeah, that's a good point. Why would we deprive Erich of his adventure?
This play!
It
It is
is suicide.
suicided!
He can get out whenever he wants.
Yeah, and I asked you, can you teleport out? And you said, I can leave whenever I want. I have so much magic.
That's absolutely true.
So, yeah.
We're all aware that Erich thinks we should have gone with him.
Yeah. Make your roll.
Yeah, 72.
72. 72 is still off target. But you're much closer. So off target at this point means quite a bit less, I guess, unless I did roll really high. 1 and 8, so 8. Nah, that's not very bad. 8 shut off. It takes you a moment. You end up in some tunnels. You just kind of tunnels, and you start working them, and it takes you a little bit before you realize you're back in the enchanted tunnels. You keep going in circles.
But we know the trick to it now, so...
It takes you some time still, but yeah. Because it takes you some time again to figure out, I figured out where we made it.
Are they mental effects?
Yeah, we might be immune to whatever the maze effect is, unless it's...
Yeah, what does your mind blink do?
Makes us immune to quite a bit of stuff. So... immune to psychic damage, any effect that would sense emotions, read thoughts, divination spells, the charm condition, the spell, even foils wish, or spells a similar effect that affect or target the mind, or to gain information about the target.
Yeah, no, you're not immune to that.
No.
It is a fusion-based effect.
Alright.
Yeah. None of that is that. It can't figure out anything about you, but it is purposefully working to confuse you.
Okay, then, yeah, we'll spend some time investigating and finding out where we need to go.
Should polymorph somebody into a minotaur.
I don't want to be a Minotaur.
I'd just do it to Jimmy or the
Yeah, I would say
simulacrum.
Jimmy, yeah.
But I'd have to go to bed again.
We have seen a Minotaur. Like, the first thing we ever saw together as a group.
No, I think that was an on-keg.
Oh, yeah, bug. Stupid bug grabbed me from the wall.
It was great.
It was like the third thing that we saw, I think.
It's the first thing I tried to fight and had to run from.
According to design.
Yeah, because we fought the Onkeg and like a choker were like the first two things we encountered, I think.
I think the choker was after we dropped from the big hole. And
Yeah,
we were
that
just
was
walking.
after we jumped down the hole.
That's where Erich got the his cloak.
No, the choker,
So,
not cloaker.
When the first Kuo-toa rejoins you with the fourth dinner guest, a more upright being. And you need an intelligence save.
Is it mind control stuff? Because he does have mind blank.
18. No bonus. Oh, wait, I totally get a +1 on saves, don't I?
19.
Because, magic items.
Yeah.
19.
Okay.
Does this one
And
got
that's-
squid chin?
It's got 4 distinct tentacles dripped down to probably its, mid-chest.
Well,
Clawed fingers.
Big
A
bulbous-
darkly noble attire. Queer. An excessive level of translucency on the outer layers of skin, as you can kind of see some of the veins around its brain.
He's so veiny. Is he just so vain?
Blank, piercing, this kind of off-putting eyes. For you, even, given the eyes you've had, this... No nose.
so you're kind of freaky looking?
Yeah.
He looks like
you know.
Voldemort.
Well,
Fine, but
Hello, please, join us. We're about to sit down for a meal.
you hear in your head, no, you don't.
You hear and you're nothing. As you hear
doesn't
squeaky
reply.
clacks.
He simply marches over to the table, seeming in agreement.
Now, does Erich actually realize this one's an actual Lithid that we're supposed to be angry at and fighting? Or
But I'm thinking that 12 doesn't hit, as it seems to lower its mouth down over your head.
just walks up.
We're here for a meal, yes!
Just lean away and it's like, I don't suppose we can be copacetic about this.
It literally just tried to eat your brain.
I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Like, come on.
Moving forward as you're kind of leaning back towards the wall, and it will try again.
Well, that hits.
Yeah. 24.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have hit other me.
Oh.
So 13 psychic damage. I'm not sure if you're saying
Immune.
Yeah.
Immune.
You are grappled and need an intelligence saving throw, or be stunned unless it prevents stun.
No, there's no
No?
immunity.
Natural 20. 21.
Because of course he did.
Well,
So you are grappled.
so is this eating an explosion now?
I'm like, can I see outside this building?
Yeah, you can see out through some of the windows. Yeah.
Well, then I'm over there now.
Okay.
And there's a bomb in my place.
Yeah. Roll your damage.
Oh, it's been a while since I used that spell. Woo.
Now, is that one you can upcast? And did you?
See, that's Thunderstep. I want to say 3d8s.
3d10.
Oh, 3d10s.
Constitution.
Yeah, I don't think there's an upcast for Thunderstep.
At higher levels, when you cast a spell and a 4th level slot, damage increases by a d10.
Oh, there you go. Well, we're just going to do 3. How big is that area?
It fails its con save, whatever that was.
The area. 10 feet.
Look at a 5. So
10 feet within the space that he left.
Thunderstep have somatics?
The verbal component, 90-foot range for your teleport.
Yeah. Oh, there you go. No
Very
somatics.
specifically, grapple escape.
Take your grapple and go somewhere else.
Yep, verbal 10 feet.
How did you manage that one?
10
That was
feet
great.
space around him, bomb.
16 thunder damage. And he's next to me, so he takes 8 lightning damage.
Okay.
And I'm outside.
Mm-hmm.
And I let him know that he's being very rude.
As you march off. Worst dinner party ever.
Okay.
And
And get some
I-
distance away before he steps outside of the house and looks. And starts.
I feel Erich would point this out. That also made a sound that could be heard for 300 feet.
Yeah, that's a very
So,
good point.
I'm-
There are now many Kuo-toa in the streets. You walk out and they just start pouring out of doors. There are probably some 40, 50 of them that have just sort of flooded out on the streets, kind of looking around to what was that.
That was me. Famed adventurer, Erich Rauda. Is anybody moving closer to me?
Yes. It takes a moment, as you kind of do that, but all of them at once, as if somehow
Creepy and innocent.
they had an idea all at the same time, start clamoring towards to grab onto you.
Oh. Is there rooftops I can see?
The buildings
Yeah.
end at the top, but you don't see any actual roofs. There's no angled things. The walls go up and stop.
Okay, so is it something I can see where I could be like away from them for like 2 rounds?
You have a
I
broom.
mean, yeah, you have a broom. Otherwise, they're
You could also teleport and just slip or stick your feet on the ceiling.
That's
you don't
true.
see ceiling, but you do see upper walls there.
Yeah, I see several walls. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I just reach the walls with movement? Like regular 30-foot movement?
Other than the fact that you're being grabbed.
Oh, I'm being grabbed.
Yeah, there are easily 8 or 9 people right around grabbing onto you.
They eat another one. And then I teleport up a wall.
You are much. Do you still do your plus 8 or whatever on top of whatever you roll?
To one person.
To one person, okay. And then I would say at least one of them is going to die. Depending on what you would roll, you might kill a large number of what was grabbing you right there.
Oh no, don't worry, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Do I need to sit here and watch this, or can I set it and forget it?
What?
I think as long
Meteor
as you
storm?
maintain concentration, then you can just leave it.
So I'm next to a wall and the floor,
Welcome to Earthquake.
right?
There's
a cavern wall.
Yeah, well, no, there's a building wall. The housing, it's...
Close enough. I drop an earthquake down there on the street.
Okay.
What's that do?
Oh, all sorts of stuff. The point is, over the rumbling, the famed adventurer shall come again another day. And I use wish to teleport away.
Where?
As
To
you
the Drow
do,
City.
that mind flare has exited and looks and catches your eye just before you make your roll.
Finally gonna fail again. I could. 19.
Are you aiming for the same thing he was aiming for?
No, he's going to the Drow City.
Yeah, I'm going to Drow City.
Oh, you're...
Way more familiar with that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go someplace I don't know. I'm going to the Drow City. That tavern that I like.
And what'd you get?
On the save, 19.
No,
Percentiles.
on your percentiles.
Oh, if I get to roll that, yeah, I totally tip my hat to the man. 92?
Yeah, you end up in the tavern.
Wunderbar.
I love the idea that he didn't go somewhere he didn't know, and you guys all did go to an unfamiliar place. Who likes adventure now?
Well, I don't know where they went.
So, what does the
Later,
earthquake do to all those people? Are they all dead?
Probably not.
It disrupts things.
100-foot radius circle center around the shakes stretches of contact. The ground becomes difficult terrain. Each creature on that ground concentrating must make concentration saving throw, or it's broken. When on a failed save, the creature is knocked prone. The DM can have additional effects depending on the terrain or area, including fissures, dealing 50 bludgeoning damage to any structure within contact of the area.
So you wrecked that city.
Yeah, disrupts things.
Yeah, for an area. Just that one.
Yeah,
As you centered it on the tentacle man.
Yeah. And I waved my hat to him as I left and made sure he knew my name.
Anyways.
I said it multiple times.
Yeah, you did. To multiple people.
He will remember the famed adventurer.
Yeah. The rest of you eventually figure out your path, find out what it is, gather your bearings, trace your steps to get where you should find your way to the hallway.
the annoying trap.
But the hallway isn't there. The red dragons are. It's broken open. You can actually see back into the wall that was behind there, as there are some 50 red dragons just dwelling in this place. Ranging from adult to ancient, just sort of manned there with a handful of these yellow-toned Gith around.
Guess Tiamat made a deal with her.
Mm-hmm. Well, message Gith and...
They all kind of, as new people.
I'll go ahead and send a message to the Gith warrior that I spoke to before.
Tonight, yep.
Saying that we've arrived out in this hall and we can see you guys in there with the red dragons. We just wanted to announce our approach.
And you can all see, stepping out from the side back in the outer room. He'll raise up one of the silver swords.
Alright, so he raises the silver sword to signal us.
Yeah.
Right. I sending message to Erich. I'm like, where are you? Are you okay?
I'm in the bar getting drunk.
Yeah. The Illithids were very rude back in the Drow City getting my team ready.
Just
I sent
saying,
another
all of a
sending
sudden
message-
you're mad about hospitality being broken.
I send another sending message to Erich. I'm like, oh good, you can meet up with Clink while you're in Berevin if you're there. She's on her way.
Oh, neat. I'm sure she will be absolutely ecstatic to see Erich and his offer of an adventure.
So you sort of gather your bearings and you step out and you just start going a little bit down the city. All of a sudden, everything goes dark. All of the little globes that glow a little bit. Every bit of... all the glow on your own clothes. All of the magic that is causing a light goes dim. Any magic effects... a few things seem to be a little more chaotic for things that people... but magic just seems to go out all of a sudden.
Do I lose concentration on my spell?
Yes.
No.
Although I'm not sure if this is necessary. I mean, I don't know if you immediately just ran out the door or if you hung out in the bar for a few drinks.
Oh,
first.
yeah.
So you probably had already
hung out
passed
in the bar
it,
for a
but-
while.
But basically, magic just ceases.
We're not in Forgotten Realms, right? Yeah, okay.
No.
That would be pretty normal in Forgotten Realms.
And then
Like,
from the
oh,
far
sorry.
end of the street, you start seeing bits of light again as the magic is turning on. And it's slowly moving its way down as magic starts to reactivate, almost like it's heading somewhere.
Is it coming to me?
I mean, it's coming to you, but you don't see it coming from the other side, so it's
Passing.
you.
Well, can I see anyone?
I mean,
Yeah.
there are people around trying to figure out what's going on.
Do
Or
I see Driders?
there are some Driders, but there were Driders down before since you announced new gods.
That's true. Do they seem stressed?
They seem very much on a defensive action, and like they haven't been giving a direct order with this, but they're sort of... yeah, it sort of moves past and it's heading somewhere.
I follow it.
You follow it to the corpse cart.
Well, I mean, yeah, got to. It's like,
There's a sign on the door, closed until, and there's some dates, some, months ahead.
knock again.
You get no answer.
Are there Driders near me?
They're... make a luck check.
Are you breaking in?
19?
No, not directly. You can probably see one or two, but they're some distance away. You wouldn't be able to see them without the lights having come back on down the street where they were.
Thunderclap.
Okay?
They know that's how I cut. That's me.
Yeah.
So I wait. Is the door locked?
Yes.
Dong. Is it still locked?
That undoes whatever the arcane lock.
I believe so. I wonder how many uses of Chime of Opening I have left.
I think it's one a day, isn't it?
5 uses.
No, it's usable.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that just undoes the arcane lock. And that'll let you in.
I imagine it does. I don't know.
Does it just cast knock?
I don't know. I have chimes of opening. I assume they just open doors.
Pointing at an object in 120 feet, it can be opened such as a door, lid, or lock. The chime issues a clear tone and the lock or latch opens. The sound can't reach an object. If no lock or latch remains, the object itself opens. The chime can be used up to 10 times. After the 10th time, it cracks and becomes useless. Doesn't say anything about arcane locks.
So you gotta check arcane lock.
Yep. Dun 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 dun.
So I'm sorry, for some reason the magic shop arcane locks their place.
It becomes locked for the duration. You can also designate creatures when you cast a spell that can open the object normally, or set a password that's intact within spoken 5 feet of the object, and that suppresses it for 1 minute. Otherwise, it's impassable until it is broken, dispelled, or suppressed. Casting knock on the object suppresses it for 10 minutes.
But basically, it's just increasing the DC for the lock, and this just says doesn't matter what the DC, it just opens.
Yeah.
So so it will open it because it no longer cares about the DC.
Oh, yeah, just go in.
You're used to a door on one side. That door is gone, and there is a door over on one of the other parts of the wall.
Like the interior doors on the wrong place?
Yeah, and it also has a bit of a different look to it. This one doesn't feel not as nicely finished. Like the door that was there has been taken down, and there's a new door. It's just sort of a eerily dark curtain.
Not an actual door?
Well, their other one was a curtain as well.
But I can't knock on this.
No.
Knock on the jam.
Yeah, let's knock on that. Knock
Or
on
the
the
counter.
outside of the house.
There's a counter, isn't it?
Yeah, there's a counter. But, no response.
I go with snooping.
You step back through
Into the back room.
the curtain.
Well, I mean, the slip aside is kind of so I can look back there. There's
And
obviously
your hand kind of fades off into some darkness as you put it beyond the range.
so that's like a portal thingy.
Or just...
And there's a
just
solid wall where the other door was before.
I mean, I don't have any more teleports left, but that is half the adventure.
And you're kind of drunk.
Just a little bit. I do not have sending. Well, good luck.
Step in.
Well, yeah, I mean, I cannot think of a reason not to.
In addition to Vulcan LA working in this large workshop, 2 stories with sort of a balcony that kind of, has like space under it for storage, arcane boilers, things flashing a light. There are an additional 3 other people, a dwarf lady, as well as a couple other drow, working in this space. There is tinkering and hammering and large layouts on large open areas of floor where LA is currently tracing with, various, basically mortar and pestle crushing, bits of gemstone and laying them in, sort of basically tracing out this, 40-foot long, what is basically outline of what would be a staff. Basically like a scaled-up image of a staff, basically tracing lines into it. Just massive workroom.
Huh. Neat.
Does anyone notice the Erich?
And
I just gawk at things for a while.
I'm going to say probably at the point where you make that decision to step through is right as the time the door that maybe you didn't shoot was just starting to, by its own weight, close itself on the other end.
Oh, what, the entrance door?
Yeah. So it's
Well,
just
no, that door would have been closed behind me.
We forgot. Maybe someone follow you and just start. You hear the handle turn as you step in.
Is there somebody behind me?
You're not sure. You can't see back through the black curtain. But you're looking at all of this now.
Well,
I mean, you
I'm
could,
sure
you
it's
could,
nothing bad.
You could turn back through and look if you want, but it's up to you. You can't see both at once. Is kind of
Oh, yeah.
You cannot hear anything. No, you don't. I mean, if you step through the curtain, you don't hear anyone walking into the room on the other side.
Well, I assume that's fine then. So am I really just ignored here?
They don't seem to be looking at where they are very much caught up in their work.
Oh. Then yeah, I just kind of loiter about, looking at interesting things.
Eventually, one of the drow you
paid
don't
for all
recognize
this.
kind of... Hey!
just profoundly confused.
What an interesting workshop you have here.
Until the elderly dwarf lady...
Fire axe dwarf lady problem.
Just curious. He needs Oh, huh?
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in here.
Ellie kind of, as she steps up and leaves her mortar and sort of sets things with her spot there. Why are you in the time chamber?
Well,
Did you touch anything?
where?
Anywhere in the time chamber.
And that's this room?
Yes.
I don't think I moved anything.
I have stood here, have not left this spot.
Well, specifically, he said he's been gawking. So.
Yeah.
I've definitely probably touched some things.
Did you move any of the powders?
No.
Just tasted them. Your tongue is now permanently blue.
We're working on things. Go.
It's impressive.
Do you not tell them?
I came here because I hadn't recognized the door, so I haven't been here, so that's why I came in. But the reason I came to your store is because all magic kind of went funny in the city, and it looked like it was leading to you.
I love
Dad,
that.
we might have broken things!
I love that is the two-part thought of Erich. There was
When did that
a new door.
happen?
Right before I came in. Like, I followed it, and then I came in.
That doesn't mean much.
So I
You
don't know.
came right in. How long did it take you to get here after things broke?
Give her time period.
Like a minute? 2 minutes?
Okay. We've only been here a couple months. And they will, and
I
she'll
died
like lead
again.
you out.
Wait, no, I
Also-
don't think I died.
No,
Nope,
but you are totally an Asmar now.
Yeah, I'm not
And
God.
again, everyone just knows Erich by
At
his
this
clothes.
point, yes.
No,
If we put random stranger in Eric's clothes and said, say you're Erich Raspe, famed adventurer, no one would not believe him.
How do you think he keeps going on?
It's a title. The Drug Pirate Roberts.
Yeah.
Just pass that hat.
But she'll lead you
What is
out
this space
as someone.
Space
Harlock.
Pirate Roberts?
Harlock.
Harlock,
Yeah, Heartlocket.
She'll lead you out as someone finishes turning the doorknob, and one of the guards sort of takes a step in, looking around as you walk back into the room.
Oh.
Or more Western, every free Buddha.
They're gonna be mad with how long I'll be gone. And she clears things up with the guard, and after about 2 or 3 minutes, sure they're upset with me already. I've got to get back. Shouldn't be too long. For you. And she shows you out, pushes you out. You can hear her relocking the door.
Neat.
They evidently broke magic and are in our time chamber.
Whatever. I have no use for a time chamber.
That's a whole lot of sitting in one place for a long period of time, not adventuring.
I appreciate it.
Yes, the dichotomy of let's go on an adventure, let's find out every minute detail to absolutely pwn this vampire.
Get another 8,000 experience, and we'll pick up here next time.
But I fought her off.
Yeah.
And the Black Dragon.
Yeah. So did, and you split that with a city of people.
Oh, the dragon I fought alone.
8,000. Join us next time. Bye.